So there are a ton of great pasta dishes out there, with the majority of the best ones coming from the beautiful country of Italia. Anyways, with that being said, today we're making a Spanish pasta dish that truly sits up there with the best of them. We're talking macarrones con bacalao y tomate. This dish is basically pasta that's smothered in a rich tomato sauce, that's been simmered with white wine, spices, and chunks of cod. And then it's finished off with some garlic mayo alioli, which truly takes this to the next level of goodness. Folks, we're talking a ton of amazing flavors, very easy to make, and all done in just 30 minutes. Alright, let's just dive right into this. I'm going to fill a stock pot with some water. You want to go to a little over the halfway point. Then we'll season generously with sea salt and heat it with a high heat. At the same time, I'm going to heat a large fry pan with a medium heat and add in 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 45 milliliters. While the oil is heating, I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion, roughly chop 6 cloves of garlic, and finely chop 1 red bell pepper. Then we'll add the chopped vegetables into the hot fry pan, and we'll mix them around. That way they're all coated in the olive oil. And as you know, I like to mix this around continuously. That way everything evenly sautés. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the vegetables are lightly sautéed, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams, and half a teaspoon of dried thyme, which is half a gram. And we'll give it a quick mix. That way that paprika and thyme are evenly coating the vegetables. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. Link where you can get some in the description box below, and if you buy from that link, you'll also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in half a cup of dry white wine, which is 120 milliliters. If wine is not your thing, you can substitute it for any broth of your choice with a squeeze of fresh lemon juice. And we'll give it a mix, and then simmer it for a few minutes. After about 3 minutes, and the alcohol has been cooked off in the wine, I'm going to add in a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce, which is 425 grams. This is very similar to passata. We'll also add in 2 tablespoons of chopped fresh parsley, which is 8 grams. And season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until it's well mixed together. And I tell you, if your tomato sauce is too acidic, just add in some white sugar in there, baking soda, or even a little pinch of ground cinnamon. And then we'll lower it to a low-medium heat and let it simmer. That way all the flavors can develop. Okay, let's move back to the stock pot. Once the water comes to a boil, it's time to add in the pasta. For this recipe, I'm using penne pasta, which is known as macarrones in Spain, but you can use whatever type of pasta you like. I'm going to measure out 8 ounces, which is 225 grams, and add it into the stock pot. And as always, you don't have to mix the pasta around continuously, but do it under every 2 to 3 minutes. That way it doesn't stick together and it all evenly cooks. While the pasta's cooking and the tomato sauce is simmering, let's get the rest of our ingredients ready. Let's begin by making our garlic mayo alioli. I'm going to add in half a cup of mayonnaise into a bowl, which is 120 grams. Then we'll finely grate in 2 cloves of garlic. As always, if you don't have a grater, you can just finely mince them. Squeeze in 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, which is 5 milliliters. Drizzle in 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, which is 15 milliliters. And season with a kiss of sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a whisk until we end up with a beautiful creamy sauce. And we'll also add in 2 cod fillets over some paper towels and pat them completely dry. The size of the fillets I'm using are 7 ounces, which is 200 grams each. And I am using cod that are about frozen and thawed out, but you can also use the fresh stuff here, as well as any other type of firm white fish. Then we'll season the cod with sea salt and just a kiss of freshly cracked black pepper. And then cut each fillet into small bite-sized pieces. Then we'll add the pieces of cod into the simmering tomato sauce And you want to add the fish in there when you have about 5 minutes left of that pasta being perfectly cooked al dente. And we'll give it a gentle mix until everything's well mixed together, and then place the lid on the pan and simmer it between 4 to 5 minutes or until those pieces of fish are fully cooked through. Alright, let's move back to the pasta. After cooking it for exactly 11 minutes and it's perfectly cooked al dente, important to check the package instructions in the pasta you're using. We'll remove the stock pot from the heat and drain the pasta into a colander. Now before I do that, I'm going to reserve a little of that cooking water, just in case our tomato sauce dries up or it's too thick. A splash of it will bring it back to life. Once the pieces of fish are perfectly cooked in the tomato sauce, we'll remove the lid and turn off the heat. Add in the drained pasta. And give it one final gentle mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll transfer some of the pasta into a serving dish. Top it off with a dollop of our garlic mayo alioli and some fresh parsley. Check it out, Macarrones con Bacalao y Tomate. Beautiful presentation, packed with amazing flavors, and all done in just 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Once again, folks, Macarrones con Bacalao y Tomate. I am so excited to try this. Trying to grab a bite with a little bit of everything. Here we go. Check that out. I feel like I have food all over my face. That right there is absolutely stunning. It hits on all cylinders. The pasta is beautifully cooked. That tomato sauce has so much depth of flavors. The cod adds a nice texture, and that garlic mayo alioli giving it that lift of garlic goodness. Folks, give this a try at home next to a couple slices of crunchy bread, drizzle with some olive oil, and of course a bottle of Spanish wine. More specifically from the region of Jumilla, as their bold wines really stand up in dishes like this, you're gonna have yourself the best moment of the day. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Tandy Irvin, Maria, Karen Reynolds, and Leslie Tyson. And guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button. Leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.